Hello Disney Cruisers, and welcome back to the Go-To Family channel. Today we're giving you an update on the current health protocols on Disney Cruise Line. So last week Daniel gave an update on the situation with Disney Cruise Line switching from PCR test to antigen test. You can watch that video down below. We'll leave a link in the comment section. Now, there's been new changes that have come into effect since the last time we have spoken, and I'm going to be going through a whole list of what you can expect when taking a Disney cruise in the next month. Okay, so first off, at Cabanas, the health protocols have been changed. So before this week, you were required to have a server pick out your food to you and pass the plate to you. You were not allowed to serve yourself as you went around the buffet. Now, some people like this, some people didn't. Personally, I actually like someone getting me my food under some circumstances because I just think it's more hygienic. It has nothing to do with COVID-19. Anyhow, you will no longer be required to have a server pass your food to you and put all the items you want on your plate. So Cabanas, when you eat lunch and supper at Cabanas, you will now be able to go around from station to station and serve yourself, and no one will have to help you in the process. Now, I think the best thing about Cabanas allowing you to serve yourself going forward is that the selection of food will most likely get bigger and you'll have more options than you did prior to this. There's also going to probably be more people coming on board. So I think that's a good thing that will happen from Cabanas allowing you to serve yourself. Mid last month, Disney Cruise Line allowed guests to stop wearing masks inside the ships besides one area, and that was the Walt Disney Theatre. You were still required to put on your mask and wear it while you're watching the different types of shows. Well, that has changed too. Beginning April 1st, guests were no longer to wear masks when they were inside the Walt Disney Theatre. Now, I think this is something that excites a lot of people because not only do you not have to wear masks inside the Walt Disney Theatre, you also don't have to be socially distanced because socially distancing has ended on the ships and now in the theaters, so you can sit anywhere you like when you go inside the Walt Disney Theatre. Now, I'm hearing reports coming from the Disney Fantasy that the popcorn station and drinks stations are opened. I think children and adults alike are going to be really excited to be able to eat popcorn again when they're watching one of these great shows aboard one of the Disney ships. I mean, it's not exactly the same thing to have a mask on and not being able to eat or drink as you watch like an hour-and-a-half show or hour show. One of the most exciting things I have heard online from a cast member is that Disney Cruise Line is not going to require social distancing outside at the pools. Now, previously, only a certain amount of people were allowed in the pools. I think in the Mickey pool, it was about 13 people, and that wasn't just people swimming. It was anyone, even parents that were just sitting and watching inside that zone. So I think this is the greatest change. This is one of the things that I didn't really like all that much. I didn't really see the difference it made because it was a little complicated to wait outside every single time you wanted to go in the pool. It didn't bug us that much when we sailed in March, but it was something that I didn't really understand why it was still in place. I mean, you are outside. Okay, now let's speak about some health protocols and safety measures that are going to change in the next month or two. Perhaps. So the first one is, as early as April 18th, Disney Cruise Line will allow guests to get up close to the characters on the ships. Now, this is something I really am excited about. We are sailing next week. We're saying actually this week, this Saturday, we're getting on the cruise ship. So we won't be able to take advantage of this. The kids are a little upset about this, but I'm really excited this is coming back. I think this is one of the main things to normalize cruising aboard Disney Cruise Line again, being able to get up close, interact, with Stitch, with the princesses and so on. And I think this is what my kids more than anything have missed the most. So I'm excited to see if this rolls out April 18th, that guests can get closer to the characters. Lastly, I think a big question people have is Disney going to get rid of testing at the port? What I can say is there is no indication at this time that Disney is going to get rid of testing at all. It was a big move for them to switch from PCR to antigen, and they just did that not long ago, and it's still rolling out, I believe, at a couple of ports in the United States. In Canada, the rules are going to be totally different, so I suggest you go on the Disney Cruise Line website and look at Know Before You Go when it comes to sailing from Canada. I don't believe they're going to be getting rid of the port testing anytime soon. Unfortunately, for many people that do not want to be tested at the port, I totally understand how it is nerve-wracking. Believe me, the last time we went, we had a PCR test, and I was so worried. We tested I can't even tell you how many times we tested before we went. So as I said, we will be sailing again this Saturday, April 9th. And I was wondering if you guys would want me to film the process now, because it has changed since our last video where I actually was getting on the ship and having that PCR test. I assume the process of testing at the port is pretty darn similar, but I would be happy to film again if anyone would like me to film the process of taking an antigen test when you get to Port Canaveral, because that's where I'll be sailing from. If there's any other vlogs that you want to see from Disney Cruise Line, please let me know what type of vlogs you're interested in watching. Just write down below in the comment section what you want to see, and I'll be sure to film them when we're on the cruise this week. Okay, that's going to do it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed these updates. Please don't forget to subscribe, because I'll continually update you guys on any changes on the health protocols and safety measures on Disney Cruise Line going forward. Also, hit the bell for notifications so you'll get notified when I do post those vlogs. And don't forget to like this video. See you on the next one.